Okay, I'm almost ready, everyone. Just setting things up real quick. How are you, everybody? Nice to see you all. Well, I can't see you. You can see me. Okay, so it's only me today. Alex has some kind of illness. I don't know what it is. It's like I don't know. I had it last week. I was down because it's it knocks you down for like 2 days. I saw Mike Keck earlier, and he was sick earlier last week, and he said that the doctor told him there's a respiratory infection going around. So that's what we have. Can someone confirm we have good audio? I got a couple things I want to talk about today. Hi, Bill, Stephanie, Chad, Susan. Everybody, nice to see you all. Okay, good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so I'm not going to read you word for word on the newsletter because you can read it right on the I posted on Facebook, and you can get it through the app and everything. But I'm just going to do an overview of it and talk about a couple things. We'll always start with a joke of the week, and I thought about this the other day, and I thought, I once had a friend who was an acupuncturist, but I just found that he was nothing but a backstabber. So I got rid of him. Our shout-outs this week are the ladies' national qualifiers, locked and loaded. Thank God ladies is over. That was an interesting experience. Junior national qualifiers, congratulations to Leland Core and Aiden Poulos, our 14 to 17-year-old winners, and Andrew Magana and Peter Evelyn. I heard nothing but good things about how the juniors played with their sportsmanship and every other thing. I heard that went really, really well. Yo, John, what's going on? Mike? So in general news, oh yeah, by the way, our big dog winner, white tier, was Jason Watson and Brandon Breen. We did have several no-shows, and we make it so that way people can register about a week ahead of time. I mean, they can register ahead of time and they can guarantee themselves a spot. But Jenna sent me a sticker the other day, and she's like, "Hey, these people did not show up." And so I guess Damian Ulrich, Donald Mole, Bill Irish, David Beer, Eric Bolts, and Juan Baez all signed up and took somebody's spot and did not show up. But we're not going to mention anyone's name. Just saying. If you can't go to the tournament, please let us know, because Perry is tiny, the tables are challenging, so it takes forever to play a match, and we can only take so many people. We can only take so many people, so people have to sit it out. So if you're not going, don't go. So I guess out of a possible 16, there was 12 spots that were there. And listen, during the week, we have a bunch of people that call us, and they're like, "Yeah, I'd like to play in the big dog, but I can't get in." And we're like, "Well, it's full. Come to the next one." I think what we really need to do is we need to say that for people that sign up and don't show up, we need to keep record of them and make them sit out the next one. What do you guys think of that? So that happened. So juniors and ladies had their qualifiers. Oh, Alex had quite a weekend. She was on the phone with me a handful of times because Alex is very smart, but she's not the most technical person in the world, and I do most of our like IT, kind of IT. And so I wasn't there to fix anything because I was on a tour with my band up in Boston, and normally everything goes just fine. Well, this weekend it was a bit rough, so she had to do a bunch of workarounds. So we lost the Wi-Fi right off the bat on Saturday, and that is definitely not Wummelsdorf's fault, because Wummelsdorf has had Comcast down there every week now ever since we complained about Wi-Fi dropping. And last week it didn't work at all. So, and that's definitely not Wilmersdorf's fault. That is Comcast's fault, because we hooked up and nothing was happening. So that was a challenge. So we couldn't use CompuSport, which we had normally used. The ladies, again, a couple of them were wound up. That didn't help. But we had to use, people had to stream their own matches, which actually went really well, because I was able to see several different people stream different matches, especially for the juniors. And what else happened? Oh, and then the juniors had to keep their own score, because that's what the rule is in St. Louis. So thank you, everybody, for helping out with that, helping the juniors try to keep score. And I said, so we also had to stream everything on phones, just like the Flintstones. You'll see it in the newsletter. I hope people read this thing. It takes me like forever to make it, because I type I think I'm typing 6 to 7 words per minute. And I try to make it interesting. So what did I want to talk about? Oh, I am sick of people photobombing my photos that I take at the tournaments. Those photos, I know you guys like them, and that's why we do them. But honestly, they are a lot of work. I would much rather sit on the stage and just watch you play pool, but instead I trot around with that camera. I do my best I can to get every single person. And then, like, for example, last week I had one person that I don't hardly ever get when they're down there. I finally got them. I had one good photo of them, and then some asshole in the background was making a gesture. If you guys keep photobombing my photos, I'm just going to stop. I'm serious. I'm sick of these photobombing the photos. There was another one. I guess the people in the background were giving everybody the finger, which I missed. And that I posted that one. And I mean, I'm not no angel when it comes to posting. Like, if I could find a butt crack and get a picture of it, I put it up there. You know that. But like, it's pissing me off with the photobombing. And I'm going to stop soon. Hi, Kayla. Yeah, I missed you. I missed coming to juniors yesterday. I tried to get down for juniors, but we had a show in Boston, and I couldn't get out of it. So the photobombing is pissing me off. Another thing, we had a player screaming at Alex on Saturday because their team broke the 13 rule, which is right in the team manual for everyone to see on page 34. And their response was, oh, well, we're always changing the rules. Listen, we never change the rules. We really don't. If you guys think we're changing the rules, it's because you don't know them. Now, some rules, like maybe 30 years ago, they had a system that was 1 point per game or whatever. That changed about 10 years ago. But generally, the rules never, ever change. If you think the rules are changing, it's because you listen to some peckerhead during the week that told you that when somebody breaks and they miscue, it goes to the other player, for example. We get that constantly. It's because you just don't know the damn rules. If you know the rules, you'll enjoy the match a whole lot better. Your opponent can't win from the chair, which they try to do all the time, and it'll definitely work to your advantage. Yeah, so that pissed. I know Alex was having an extremely difficult time, and then the player went and did that. So I wanted to talk about that. Somebody had a skill level change. There's a lot of skill level changes. At the last week at the tournament, somebody pitched a fit because their skill level went up. Again, we don't care what skill level you guys are. We don't care who wins the fucking tournament. I don't care. All I know is as long as you pay your fees, as long as I do my damn best, and I administrate the rules as closely as possible with as few mistakes as possible, that's all I care about. When I go home tonight, that night, I want to know that I made the tournament as fair as possible for everybody. We don't care who wins it. Nobody. We don't raise anybody's skill level. We let the computer do all the raising, and the APA has called us on the carpet for that several times because we believe in the system and we let it do its own thing, and they want us to intervene a little bit more than we do. If you go up in skill level, just accept it. Now, I had somebody call me today and they had a question about a skill level and I gladly answered it. And then they were like, okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. If something happens where you have a skill level change, call us. We will explain it, but there's always a reason. Just saying. All right, I think I'm off my soapbox for now. All right, so the rule reminder is, I wrote a little paragraph. Please read and know the basic game rules. The rules do not change. If you think they change the rules all the time, you truly don't know the rules. That tells us you truly don't know the rules, or else you would know them and you would know where rule changes are. The official team manual gets edited once every 2 years and generally changes cleaning up the word. Did I read this already? I probably did. I'm being redundant. I'm really good at being redundant. So I repeat myself a lot. It's an old age thing. And it's only going to get worse. So today we're talking about the skill level limit. All formats, with the exception of Masters, have team skill level limit. Each format's team skill level limit is an indicated in the bullet points below. The ones that have been in there for the past 2 years, for those of you who are listening. A team playing less than a full match must show that it would not have exceeded the team skill level if all the matches had been played. That's one too. Like somebody is like, oh well, my five's not going to be there, so can I play 2 6s, a 7, and a 5? What does that come to? 12, 19, 23. So let's just say 2 6s, a 7, and a 4. No, you can't play up to 22 for 4 matches because you can't make 23 and 5. Just saying. So as you know, 8 ball is the 23 rule. All points won plus 2 points. I'm not going to go into that. But 9 ball is the 23 rule. Ladies is the 13. 3-person 8 ball and 9 ball, which we don't do, is 14. And doubles formats are always 10 for national qualifying tournaments. Now for Dream Team, which is our tournament, it's a non-sanctioned APA tournament that we do using APA rules, which is 100% payback. That's 11. And as our etiquette, as always, lose gracefully. If you lose, just please leave. Listen, I'm not a good loser either. Just go home and break something. But don't do it at a tournament. When you can go home, do whatever you need to do. I'm not telling you to do what Ray Rice did, but I'm just saying, don't take it out at the tournaments. Shake your opponent's hand. Say, man, I'm proud that you shot the match of your life. I don't like it you did it against me, but I get it. It wasn't my day. And then put your sticks in the bag and go in your car and scream all you want. Don't take it out at the tournaments. I got a couple questions coming up. When's the drawing for the 81 challenge? The drawing for the 81 challenge will be immediately following this meeting. So as soon as I sign off here, I'll load this up onto our YouTube channel. How many of you know we even have a YouTube channel? Did you know when we stream our matches at the tournaments, they're actually streamed on YouTube Live? Mike, I appreciate you what you said about the photography. I know you're a professional photographer, and that means a lot to me. And that people have no idea how. It's not like we click a bunch of photos and put them up right on Facebook. There's a lot of work involved in those things. Mike says the team captain should have a copy of the bylaws and the OTM at their matches. If that would eliminate a lot of problems. So they actually, if you have the pool player app, which somebody on the team does, you have a copy of the bylaws and the rules. It's right in the team bylaws. So that's when I'm out at a match and I got to look a rule up. That's what I do. I open up my pool player app. I go to the drop down box. And right in there is game rules. And it comes in a PDF and it comes up lightning fast because it's not a very big file. And then you just scroll through and find it. The YouTube channel name, I believe, is Blue Mountain APA. And yeah, Kayla, they don't get it. Like, there's so much editing in the pictures. I'm a lot faster at it now, but in the beginning it was hours. Now I can get it done pretty quick. But still, I got to come home and I got to edit these things and then I got to put them out. I'm telling you, when I get that one picture, that one person, and I look in the background and someone's got their fingers up or whatever they're doing to photobomb, not happy. I know you like the pictures. If you don't like it, keep photobombing and then I'll stop, or just tell me to stop. I'm fine with that too. I'm over it. Any other questions? I know I've been on my soapbox, everyone, and I'm sorry about that, but there's been a couple things that have been irking at me. Like my mouse that won't work right now. There it goes. I'm double checking something. I'm going to get out my old mouse with the cable on it. But that's all I got. Thank you for listening. Please read the newsletter and let me know what you think of it. Listen, I know I'm not an English major. In fact, I hated English in school. I really did. It was the one subject that I blew off because I freaking hated it. And now here I am trying to write articles. So feel free to laugh at my poor English. I'm okay with that. And if you have any comments or if you want anything put in the newsletter, let us know. But that's it. Read the newsletter, and we'll see the white tier people this weekend. No, the yellow tier people, the ones that feel like coming after they've signed up. And as soon as I sign off, I will be doing the drawing for the 81 challenge. And good luck, everyone. I know it's getting down to the end of the session for points, and that's it. See you next week. Alex always says, be kind.